Ever wonder how billionaires get richer while the rest of us work harder? These 10 secrets aren't in any finance book, and they don't want you hearing them. Hey, curious minds! Welcome back to the channel, where knowledge is power and secrets are made to be uncovered. Hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell because today we're diving into the 10 secrets billionaires don't want you to know. Let's go. Secret 1. How billionaires use debt to make millions. To them, debt isn't danger, it's power. While most people view debt as a financial burden, the ultra-wealthy use it as a tool to amplify their wealth. The key difference lies in how they use leverage. Instead of borrowing to spend on consumer goods or luxuries, billionaires use debt to invest in income-producing assets like real estate, stocks, or businesses. They acquire these assets with borrowed money, often at very low interest rates, and let them grow in value over time. Take Elon Musk, for example. Instead of selling Tesla stock, Musk borrows against it to fund his ventures. This means he doesn't trigger capital gains tax, and the loan allows him to continue to invest and grow his wealth. Furthermore, many of these loans are secured against the appreciated value of assets, meaning they are relatively low risk. The interest on these loans can often be tax deductible, giving them even more of an advantage. The strategy is also common among real estate moguls. Instead of using their own capital, they take out loans to purchase properties. As the property appreciates over time, their wealth grows exponentially while the debt remains relatively low, and in many cases, the cost of servicing the debt is covered by rental income. For most individuals, however, borrowing to invest seems risky, yet billionaires' deep understanding of finance allows them to see debt as a tool to build vast fortunes. It's all about the mindset. If you control the asset, you control the game. Secret 2, they pay less tax than you, legally. The richer they are, the less tax they pay, and it's all legal. While the average person pays a significant portion of their income in taxes, billionaires employ various strategies to ensure they pay as little as possible, legally of course. They exploit tax loopholes, offshore accounts, and sophisticated financial structures to shield their wealth from heavy taxation. A common strategy is setting up offshore trusts and shell companies in tax havens like the Cayman Islands or Luxembourg. These jurisdictions offer ultra-low tax rates, allowing billionaires to shield their wealth and avoid paying taxes in their home country. For example, they may funnel income through these offshore entities to pay much lower corporate taxes than they would in higher tax countries. Another powerful tactic is the buy, borrow, die strategy. Instead of selling assets, which triggers capital gains tax, billionaires borrow against their holdings. This allows them to liquidate without triggering a tax bill. When they die, their heirs inherit the assets, and the wealth can be passed on tax-free or with minimal tax implications, depending on the jurisdiction. Even when billionaires do donate large sums to charity, it's often a tax strategy. They set up private foundations or donor-advised funds, which allow them to deduct the full value of their donations from their taxable income while still maintaining control over how the funds are distributed. For billionaires, tax season isn't a burden, it's a strategy. Secret 3, the one thing they value more than money. They don't spend time, they buy it back. Time is the ultimate currency, and billionaires understand this better than anyone else. While most people spend their days juggling mundane tasks, the ultra-wealthy focus on optimizing their time for high-return activities. Time is their most valuable asset, and they guard it fiercely. One way they do this is by outsourcing almost every aspect of their personal lives, from cooking to scheduling to household chores. This frees up their time to focus on what truly matters, making decisions that can lead to big financial returns. They hire experts in every field, from lawyers to personal assistants to consultants, ensuring that their time is spent making decisions that generate more wealth. Warren Buffett, for example, spends the majority of his day reading and thinking. He has famously said that the more you learn, the more you earn. Jeff Bezos is known for scheduling his most important meetings in the morning when he has the most energy. He then makes sure his afternoons are reserved for deep thinking and strategy development. In addition, billionaires are extremely disciplined with their time. They avoid distractions like social media and multitasking, recognizing that each task deserves their full attention. By ruthlessly prioritizing their activities, they maximize their efficiency and effectiveness. The secret to their success is simple. They understand that time is the one resource that can never be replaced. Master time like they do, and you unlock billionaire-level results. Secret 4, they disappear behind layers of ownership. They own jets, mansions, yachts, but legally, none of it's in their name. Much of their wealth is hidden behind layers of ownership. Whether it's a yacht, a mansion, or a private jet, it's often not owned outright by the billionaire themselves. Instead, these assets are held through complex structures such as trusts, limited liability companies, LLCs, and family offices. This arrangement serves several purposes. First, it ensures privacy. By hiding behind these structures, billionaires can protect their identities and avoid public scrutiny. This is especially helpful in cases of legal issues or public backlash. If a billionaire is involved in a lawsuit, their assets can be protected from seizure because the legal ownership is held by a separate entity. Second, it offers significant tax benefits. These ownership structures allow billionaires to defer taxes on income and capital gains, and in some cases, avoid taxes altogether. This strategy is commonly used for high-value assets like real estate, which can appreciate significantly over time. By holding these assets in offshore trusts, or LLCs, billionaires reduce the likelihood of paying capital gains taxes when they sell. Finally, these structures give billionaires the ability to control vast amounts of wealth while appearing to own very little. In essence, they create a form of stealth wealth where they enjoy the benefits of their assets without revealing the full extent of their holdings to the public. Stealth wealth isn't secrecy, it's strategy. Secret 5, they're already in before you even hear about it. You buy at the IPO, they bought it 5 years ago. Billionaires know that early-stage investments are the key to building wealth. They don't wait for a company to go public to jump in. They invest long before that. By the time the average person hears about a hot new startup, billionaires have already made their money. Billionaires often gain access to the most lucrative deals by being part of private equity or venture capital groups. These investment vehicles allow them to get in on the ground floor of potentially massive companies. While the average investor has to wait for an IPO to invest in companies like Facebook, Amazon, or Airbnb, billionaires are buying up stakes long before those companies go public. Early-stage investments allow them to benefit from exponential growth. For instance, when a company goes public, its stock price often surges, and early investors see massive returns. However, this opportunity is not available to most people, who are forced to buy shares at inflated prices when they're made available to the public. Billionaires also have access to exclusive investment rounds, private deals, and insider information, giving them an edge over the average investor. It's like playing a different game with different rules and a cheat code. By the time you get in, they're already cashing out. Secret 6, they don't work for money, they own it. Money doesn't grow on trees, but it does grow on assets. Billionaires don't get rich by saving, they get rich by owning. While most people work hard to earn a paycheck, the ultra-wealthy create income streams by acquiring valuable assets. These assets, whether real estate, stocks, businesses, or intellectual property, generate ongoing revenue streams that compound over time. Real estate is one of the most common assets used by billionaires. Rental properties, for example, provide a steady stream of cash flow while also appreciating in value. Similarly, stocks and dividends provide an income stream with little ongoing effort. Royalties from books, music, and patents are another example of passive income. Rather than focusing on accumulating wealth in cash, billionaires prioritize owning assets that can generate income and grow in value. The money never stops working for them, even when they're sleeping. This strategy allows them to accumulate vast wealth without relying on their active labor. Their wealth doesn't come from a job, it comes from ownership. Secret 7. Philanthropy is also a power play. When they donate, they gain influence, not just applause. There's a strategic side to their charitable donations that the public rarely sees. Yes, they give large sums of money to charitable causes, but these donations also serve as powerful tools for reducing their tax burden and furthering their own agendas. By donating stock instead of cash, billionaires can avoid paying capital gains taxes on the appreciated value of the assets. They also receive a tax deduction for the full value of the donation. Setting up private foundations gives them control over how the money is used, and sometimes how it benefits their own businesses or personal image. Billionaires often use their philanthropy as a way to gain influence, build their legacy, and align with causes that enhance their personal brand. While their charitable efforts may appear altruistic, they also serve as a strategic maneuver to create lasting wealth and influence. Charity or chess move? For them, it's both. Secret 8. They quietly rewrite the rules. Want better laws? Write a check. That's how billionaires do it. Billionaires don't just sit on their money. They influence the policies and laws that affect their businesses and wealth. Through political donations, lobbying, and strategic alliances with politicians, billionaires ensure that the systems in place work in their favor. By funding political campaigns and lobbying efforts, billionaires can influence tax laws, labor regulations, and trade policies. This helps create an environment where their businesses can thrive and avoid scrutiny or competition. For example, tech moguls have pushed for laws that favor data privacy policies and lower corporate tax rates, benefiting their vast tech empires. In some cases, billionaires also directly run for office or hire former political insiders, further cementing their ability to shape policy. By controlling the levers of power, they can continue to grow their wealth while others are left at a disadvantage. They don't wait for change, they fund it. Secret 9. They never put all their billions in one place. They don't bet the farm, they own the whole marketplace. Billionaires spread their wealth across numerous investments and ventures. They understand the importance of diversification to protect themselves from risk. Instead of putting all their eggs in one basket, they invest in a mix of industries, from technology and finance to real estate and energy. A diversified portfolio allows billionaires to hedge against market downturns. If one sector or asset class underperforms, they still have other investments that can offset those losses. This strategy is especially important in volatile markets, where the risks can be high, but the rewards are equally substantial. This diversification strategy also ensures that billionaires have multiple streams of income. Whether it's a profitable real estate development, an emerging tech company, or a financial investment, each venture provides a unique source of wealth. When one venture dips, another pays out. That's billionaire balance. Secret 10. They script their public image like a movie. The media, the message, often shaped by their PR playbook. The wealthiest people in the world understand the importance of controlling their public image. In fact, they often employ entire teams of public relations experts, media consultants, and brand strategists to shape how they are perceived. By strategically crafting their narratives, billionaires can enhance their personal brand and deflect negative press. They understand that how they are seen by the public directly impacts their ability to attract investors, business partners, and opportunities. The stories they tell, whether through interviews, social media posts, or philanthropic acts, are designed to position them as visionary leaders or benevolent benefactors. By controlling the narrative, billionaires can maintain an aura of mystery and influence that allows them to continue building their empires. The media is often complicit in this process, as positive coverage brings in profits, so they help to craft the billionaire's image for maximum impact. What you see isn't the whole story, it's the billionaire edit. And now you know what billionaires would rather keep secret. They're not just rich, they're strategic, disciplined, and way ahead of the game. Which secret surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you have your own theories about how billionaires stay ahead, we want to hear them. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Top 10 Facts Club, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a chance to explore the hidden truths. Until next time, keep leveling up your knowledge and your wealth.